Pressure mounts on Ding after fourth straight draw. GM Ding Liren was able to hold GM Ian Nepomniachtchi to a draw in Game 11, the tamest encounter of the 2023 FIDE World Championship so far. All eyes are now turning to the Chinese GM's second-to-last game with the white pieces on Wednesday. The Ruy Lopez defense was the battleground for Monday's 11th game, which followed a line in which Nepomniachtchi had defeated Ding in the 2020 Candidates Tournament. However, Ding was adequately prepared, and play quickly fizzled out. With the score now at 6-5 in favor of Nepomniachtchi, all the pressure is on Ding to reduce the deficit in the last 3 games. In the heart of Astana and perpendicular to the Ishim River, the grandiose St. Regis Hotel has proven to be a worthy venue for the showdown that will determine the new world chess champion. The players entered the playing hall on Monday in familiar attire, Ding in his midnight-colored suit and Nepomniachtchi in his patterned gray suit paired with his customary coral shirt. Despite his hesitance to admit to superstitions, Nepomniachtchi has worn the same colored shirt for 5 games in a row now, ever since his spectacular victory in Game 7, which was the last decisive result. Trailing by a point and unable to find a win since the 6th game, the onus has been on Ding to pierce Nepomniachtchi's defense. While the Chinese Grandmaster played almost perfectly in his Game 10 attempt with the white pieces, Caruana highlighted, at the moment, Ding doesn't want perfect games of chess. He wants a mess, he wants blood. Nepomniachtchi's preparation over the last few games has been worthy of a world champion, and his ability to conjure desirable positions has been paramount to his success in the match so far. In Game 11, the return of the Ruy Lopez defense was a sensible choice following Ding's 1e5, a decision he would justify by stating, "I think it's too early to play something like the Sicilian." 8 moves into the opening, Nepomniachtchi had forced Ding down an identical line to their 2020 Candidates game, one that Ding admitted he had bad memories from. Back then, the game took on a vastly different shape, courtesy of the risky manner with which White played to extend his lead at the top of the group. An alternate move order and a move 10 deviation from the 2020 game in favor of 10b6 meant that Ding was ready to face this line. On move 14, the players steered away from any previously played master games and began to use more time on the clock. ing5 was an interesting choice by Nepomniachtchi, a move that introduced the first major imbalance in the game and showed his intent to play for more than a draw. After a 12-minute think, Ding played the principled 15.c4, following the logic that central breaks are the most effective counters against flank attacks. The world number 3 would later note that White is always slightly better in this opening and was likely already looking to liquidate to a comfortable endgame if possible. Entering a rook and 3 pawns versus rook and 3 pawns ending, White's initiative would have been worrisome for the average club player as Black needed to give up 1 pawn. However, Ding adeptly forced a repetition on move 39 with his king and kept Siegbert Tarish's all-rook endgames are drawn mantra alive. With few games left in the match and 1 point behind, many believed Ding would play a more dynamic and risky defense like the Sicilian, but he decided not to burn any bridges just yet. In the last decade of World Championships, the leader's strategy has often included the intent to play dryly and solidly after getting in front, though Nepomniachtchi's strategy was quite different coming into Game 11 while playing White. "It wasn't my goal today to make a forced draw. It just happened that we exchanged all the pieces," were the challenger's words in the post-match press conference, an indicator that he would like to settle things before the 14th game. In Ding's camp, confidence has not waned and he expressed how the match can turn around at any moment, citing his 2022 Candidates comeback. "There are still 3 games ahead. In the Candidates, I won in the last game, so anything can happen." The 12th game of the FIDE World Championship will likely prove to be one of the most critical thus far. Unlikely to leave things until the 14th round, Ding will look to press with the white pieces on Wednesday and equalize the scores. Should he be successful, the likelihood of a rapid tiebreak will increase dramatically, which of course be a climatic decider for the players.